RXO2 has been amazing for my healing. The swelling's going down. This is really early on. I'm riding my bike. I'm walking. Today's day 9. I'm already getting range of motion back.
Fantastic.
Honestly, night and day difference between what it was the last time and this time with the hyperbaric chamber.
I'm so glad to hear that. When we talk about hyperbaric and why it accelerates its healing, why it's so important for something like an ACL or even like your rotator cuff, these tissues are relatively avascular, meaning that there's a poor blood supply.
Yeah.
And it's hard to heal things that don't get a lot of blood flow. So your orthopedic surgeon is going to say, let's go in, let's cut, let's reattach, and it's going to take time. We can accelerate that recovery roughly 40%.
Meet Dr. Borzan. Coming in here, I've learned so much. I'm talking to all the people that work here, have all been patients, including yourself.
Including myself.
Everybody has a different story for why they came in and why they work here, because honestly, everybody has seen the benefits and love it so much, including yourself. So
that's how our entire industry really works. Almost every hyperbaric clinician, every hyperbaric technician I know has a personal story around hyperbarics. And this is because in medical school, we don't learn about this.
No.
In our medical training, we don't learn about this unless it's your specialty. So for myself, I was involved in something called a crush injury, and it required 7 surgeries. And at one point, we talked about amputation for my arm. And so I said, you're absolutely not going to take my arm. And that's when somebody brought up doing hyperbaric, and I was like, what's that? And when I looked at it, I was like, well, it's just for wound care. And that's when somebody said, you're not paying attention to how it works. If it can accelerate a wound for somebody that's in poor health, a diabetic, sedentary patient, imagine what it does for somebody who's in great health. And I was like, I'm starting to think of that process. Well, that was well before all these landmark research studies have happened. In 2019, the Nobel Prize in Medicine went to the mechanism of hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Now we know so much more. So you're probably noticing that there's hyperbaric centers popping up everywhere.
yeah, there are.
Yeah, only lasts about 3 or 4 years because of that Nobel Prize research. So you have patients who need the care for wounds, patients who need it after surgery, and then patients who want the care for the stem cell release. 800% increase in circulating stem cells. Who has the best stem cells? You do.
Right.
Your own body. And so I am a believer in stem cells, but it's the Wild West out there right now.
It is.
I believe using it from your own body, taking it out, putting it back in. Well, if I were going to do
agree.
that, I would do a series of hyperbaric treatments first. Increase that circulating stem cells.
And maybe do both.
Yes.
Major wound care, major healing, but also for PTSD.
Oh, fantastic research.
Autism.
If you had told me I was going to be treating autism with hyperbaric oxygen therapy 10 years ago, I would have said, no way.